What did I just say? John Adams. Yeah,
John Adams, cool guy, yeah.
I got too many words going in my head. Jon Austin, NC IDEA Labs. I wanted to try and get the new name right.
Yeah, there you go. You were worried about that.
No longer Groundwork Labs, but formerly known as Groundwork Labs. He's here to talk about the various programs. NC IDEA has expanded tremendously the portfolio. Tom Rue, many of you may know, came in about a year and a half ago, and has been working really diligently to expand the program throughout the state, in addition to working with the legislature to try and beef up the grant program. So to get us startups, the ecosystem, more money. So with that, they have revised the program side, which John largely runs, and take it away and tell them all the good details.
Sure.
Mr. Adams, have at it.
And normally I ask, has anybody ever heard of NC IDEA? But since we're up there and we bought the coffee, I guess you've already heard of us.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what, start with just who NC IDEA is. Even though NC is in the name, we are not a state agency. We don't get any money from the state. We are a private, not-for-profit foundation whose mission is to grow the North Carolina economy by helping startups. Wow. And we do that in a variety of ways, several of which are directed directly at entrepreneurs, and we have several programs that you have to apply for, and this is application season at NC IDEA right now. So the programs that are targeted at not at your company are a grant program where we make grants to organizations across the state. It's called our Ecosystem Partner Grant Program. These are 2-year, $100,000 grants that help organizations around the state who work with entrepreneurs. Those around here that you may have heard of include First Flight, HQ Raleigh, the American Underground, and then similar organizations in other cities. We just started a program called Engage, which you could take advantage of, and this is smaller grants for organizations that are doing events or smaller things that might take $500 to $10,000 to run one of these events that would help entrepreneurs. That's where the coffee comes from, for example. The programs that you most want to hear about, though, are the following. One is NC IDEA Labs, which is the program that I spend most of my time running. We are very much like an accelerator, like Techstars or Y Combinator, from a program standpoint. That is, it is selective. You have to apply, and not everybody gets in. It is time limited. It is 3 months. It is intense, and it is focused on mentorship, advice, and help to accelerate the development of your company. The difference between us and a regular accelerator is we don't make an investment, and we don't take an equity stake, but we do offer it for free. The application deadline for that is the 29th of January. You go to our website and learn all about it. I'd be happy to stick around and answer any questions related to that. Another program that we have that is targeted at female entrepreneurs, very few of whom I see remaining in the room, is, I see there's a few, but there's not many. I see you. While the labs program is targeted very much for someone at the idea stage, you can't be too early to come into labs so long as you are working full-time on your idea. The SOAR program is targeted at female entrepreneurs who are much further along, who are raising a $500,000 to $1 million either institutional round or large angel round, and it's a mentorship program that lasts 6 to 9 months. It's not a residential in the lab program like NC IDEA Labs. The third program, and the program that we've been running the longest and the one that you're probably most interested in, is a grant program called the Seed Grant Program. We've been doing this for 11 years now, where we make grants of up to $50,000 to companies. This is a grant. This is not an equity investment in your company. And the idea behind that grant program is that it can get you from an idea to the point where you are ready for investment. So, man, I've talked to investors. They love my company. I've got a prototype of my hardware, but they said they wanted to see 30 people using our product, and I need $20,000 to complete the design and $20,000 to manufacture 30 units. Or we've gotten our software out there to 2 users, and investors love the concept. They said, we need a little bit of traction, we need to make a dozen sales, and so we need some money to go out and do some initial marketing and sales. There's no restriction on what that money is for, but it is a grant to develop the business. It's not an R&D grant to help you develop a product or develop anything like that. Those applications open on the 12th of February, and I want to make sure I give you the right date. And the deadline is the 26th of February, and there's information on our website. It's very competitive. We will get anywhere from 150 to 170 applications, and we'll make 5 or 6 awards. It's the most competitive of our programs. But over the years, some of the companies that have won grants and gone on to reasonable success, Spoonflower might be our most successful company in terms of revenue. Automated Insights was a grant winner at one time. Focus Labs was a company that was through both of our programs. So I'll be happy to take a few questions now, or stand up here and answer any individual questions you might have. Yes, sir.
The link for the application for that grant, you can go to ncidea.org. Is that where it's at?
Yes. Yeah. All of this stuff is on ncidea.org. The grant application itself won't be available till the 12th of February, although there is information on the kind of things that we look for. There's no exact stage that your company needs to be at to win a grant. However, there is a stage at which you will be most competitive. And historically, that has been at the stage where you seem to have a little bit of a product, you seem to have a little bit of traction, and you need some money. If you've already raised $1 million, or if you've already got annual recurring revenues of $500,000, it's tough for us to look at that and say 50K is going to move the needle in any way for your company. You've already sort of got to that point. Yeah.
On your female only, what was is that an acronym that was on the end of it?
No, SOAR. SOAR is the name of the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a time frame on that one?
That deadline is also the 29th of this month.
Okay, because I've got a CED VMS team we're working with, and she might be a
Okay,
eligible for
great.
so.
Be happy to talk. We may know who she is, but be happy to talk about that again.
Whatever John is doing.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, a lot of questions I receive from students, someone has an idea. You hear of all these firms, companies, institutions, NC IDEA, American Underground, HQ Raleigh, HQ Greensboro. How are they intertwined, or are they?
So we don't focus our programs and efforts on students. We occasionally will get either an exceptional or a recent grad who's worked on their company at a university program, and they need the next step is often NC IDEA Labs. We've had several companies like that, but we have not done any work to speak of at sort of K through 12 or high school level. I think they need to just sort of find stuff, and I don't know a lot that goes on around here for that age. Yeah.
Do you need additional help or support within NC IDEA? I've been looking for a place now that I'm semi-retired, but I used to be an entrepreneurship professor at the Fuqua School. I've written about 50 business plans. I'd like to help other people, not for money, but just for the fun of it. Are you looking for people to help?
We have a volunteer army
Okay.
of folks that help us and help our companies, and that from the labs, particularly from the labs point of view, that is really our strength. We run the labs program on basically 1.2 people, and the rest is volunteers. Also on our website, I think on the contact page, there's you fill it out and send it in. We'll get you, have you come in and talk to us, find out what your interests are, and where we might be able to plug you in. There's a variety of sort of roles, whether it be one-on-one mentoring with a company over a longer period of time, coming in to speak, coming in to have office hours, and these are ex-entrepreneurs. In some cases, they're John Sotomayor comes in and does a talk on IP protection to our teams. Yeah, happy to talk to you. and anybody else,
Great.
not just you. All right. Thanks
Awesome,
very
great.
much. I'll be
Thank you
here.
very much. Cool, we'll be back next